Hey, so what's up, guys? It's a new day. It's a new world for YouTube life, And today, yeah, I know it's not like the best video out there on my YouTube account, but today I'm gonna be teaching you guys about the progressive era. So I know that all of us feel like this when we walk into Foss's class. So I'm gonna make you guys watch this because I think this is pretty funny. But here you go.
And release all of those sounds that are trapped in your mind. Sir, are you okay?
I'm a little messed up.
So, I think that's what all of us feel when we go into Foss's class, but, at the end of the period, it's a pretty good day, So, here we go, straight into Progressive Era. Progressive Era started in 1890 and it went through 1920. And 1890 was like the end of Reconstruction, And in the somewhere in the teens, in the 19 teens somewhere to 1920 was like when World War I started, and that is when the U.S. got involved in World War I also. So the key players that were part of the Progressive Era was John Muir, Gifford Pinchot, and President Theodore Roosevelt. And right there is Theodore, and that's John Muir right there, right next to him. Right here is Gifford Pinchot, and these guys were like big key players, part of the Progressive Era, And they changed a lot in this era. And another president that was part of the Progressive Era was Woodrow Wilson, the U.S. president from 1913 to 1921. So, yes, he was another half part of the Progressive Era next to Teddy Roosevelt. Some of the dark sides of the Progressive Era was that Woodrow Wilson was for women's rights, and he supported them, and he made all these laws. But then he also was good friends with the Ku Klux Klan, and that's the dark side, He invited the Ku Klux Klan into the White House for a movie so they could watch. And that's just so weird, So the main part of the Progressive Era was movement where we were addressing problems caused by the industrial and urbanization and immigration and all of that. So it was just reconstructing stuff, but making new laws and just seeing our failures and just making them the right way that they should be and not the wrong way that we made it in the industrial era, So that's Progressive Era right there. So, women's suffrage was the right for women to vote in elections, and this is a big deal because most of the voters were all men, And before that time, it was all men, and now women can have the right to vote. They also have other rights that involve in the women's suffrage, Another key part was when Teddy Roosevelt was president. That was when they first made national parks and all that. It was because of Teddy Roosevelt. Nowadays that we have the U.S. Forest Service, U.S. Parks, Also, during the Progressive Era, Teddy Roosevelt made the national parks, that we have today. He also made up the U.S. Forest Service and a bunch of departments in, the outdoors, And if we didn't have that today, all of our land in America would be, urbanized, with houses and streets everywhere. And if we didn't have national parks and U.S. Forest Service, our world would be a wreck. That's a reason Progressive era is another great key part of our life, you know, and part of our history. You know, this is the end of the video, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a nice day in U.S. history. Another day with Foss.